Here we will discuss how our body give response against that pathogen. Human defense mechanism is divided into two types, non-specific and specific. In non-specific, various types of pathogen are prevented to enter our body by defense mechanism. In specific, only specific type of pathogen are inhibited by immune system. Non-specific defense is further divided into two parts, first line defense and second line defense, and specific includes third line defense. In first line defense, the pathogen is trying to enter our body, but that skin is not letting to enter that pathogen in our body. Consider that ball as a skin. In second line defense, the pathogen has already entered our body by defeating the first line defense, but that pathogen could not survive in that particular condition. The condition may be lower pH or high body temperature. In third line defense, specific type of immune cell give response against the specific type of pathogen. The first line defense is further divided into two parts, physiological barrier and physical barrier. Physical barrier contains skin. Upper layer of the skin contains epithelial cells which are tightly bound to each other so that the pathogen could not enter our body directly. Mucus. On the lining of the respiratory tract, mucus cells are present which secrete the mucus. The pathogen gets trapped in the mucus. Along with the mucus cell, cilia is also present which moves the phlegm or gummy-like substance in the upper direction so that we can spit it out of our body. Physiological barrier contains skin. It is a cross section of the skin where two glands are present, sweat gland and sebaceous gland. Sweat gland secretes the sweat and sebaceous gland secretes the oil. Sweat contains lysozyme plus salt and lysozyme plus salt which kills the pathogen, and oil is responsible to give strength and moisture to the epithelial cell. Tears. Lacrimal gland of eye secretes the tears in our eye. It contains lysozyme. When pathogen tries to enter our body, enter the eye, eyelids trap that pathogen, and the lysozyme present in the tear will kill that pathogen. Earwax. Ceruminous gland secretes the earwax. Earwax contains antimicrobial protein, which kills the pathogen. The antimicrobial protein are beta defensin. Nasal secretion. Many pathogens are present in the nasal secretion in the nose. When we inhale the air, the pathogen gets trapped in our nose. Then they are removed to the nasal secretion. Vagina. Lactobacilli plays an important role against the pathogen in vagina. It utilizes the carbohydrate which is secreted on the internal lining surface of the vagina and produce lactic acid. So the pathogen could not survive in that acidic pH of 4 to 4.5. Saliva. Pathogen try to enter our body through mouth. The salivary gland secretes the saliva which contains lysozyme plus salt to kill the pathogen. If the pathogen may survive from the lysozyme of the saliva, they reach our stomach. The acidic pH of the stomach will destroy that pathogen due to the highly acidic environment which is generated by the HCl. Stomach also secretes the mucus which gives protection from the HCl. Second line defense. Each contains two parts, cellular barrier and cytokinin barrier. Cellular barriers are divided into four parts, phagocytotic cell, inflammatory mediator, natural killer cell, fever. Cytokinin barrier includes interferon. Phagocytosis is mostly done by neutrophils and monocytes, which are the parts of WBC. Eosinophils and basophils are also types of WBC, but it does not perform phagocytosis. Neutrophil. Neutrophil mostly circulates in the blood. Macrophage and dendritic cell give signal to neutrophil to perform phagocytosis. So the neutrophil reach at the site of the infection and start performing the phagocytosis. Eosinophils are acid-loving. They kill the parasite by releasing the cytotoxin. They also give response against the inflammation. Basophil, if any allergens enter our body, then basophil fight against that allergen and kill them. Basophil also provide response against the inflammation. Monocytes have two main parts, macrophage and dendritic cell. Macrophage are the large cell. Both the cells perform phagocytosis, but in dendrites are present. During the phagocytosis, dendritic cell represent the molecule or particle of the pathogen on its dendrites. So the T cells give response against the dendrites and give signal to B cells to produce antibodies. This is the phagocytolytic process done by macrophage. It is first engulfing the pathogen, then lysozyme enzyme is secreting it, which will degrade the pathogen into small particles. The essential particles are utilized by our body, rest of them are secreted through the stool. Inflammatory mediator. If I got an injury on my finger, an inflammatory response is generated in my body through the mast cell. It will release the histamine. The histamine has two main functions. First, it will dilate the blood vessels so that the blood flow will increase. Next, it will increase the permeability so the WBC platelets and proteins can reach to the site of the infection. The WBC will destroy the pathogen and platelets and protein will clot the blood at the site of the injury. Next is natural killer cell. The main function of NK cell is to destroy the infected cell. Natural killer cell contain two receptors, inhibitory receptor and activating receptor. The healthy cell contain MSC1 complex, major histocompatibility complex 1. The inhibitory site of the NK cell bind with the MSC1 molecule and inhibit the function of the NK cell. If the cell is infected, suppose by the virus, then NK cell activating receptor will bind to the activating molecule of the infected cell and produce two components, perforin and granenzyme. Perforin will make